Okay, Chris, you start.
So, we met in high school. At least that's what we really officially remember. I mean, we went to the same junior high together, and we obviously were in the same grade together, but we never really knew each other. It was freshman year, biology class, Mr. Reyna. Julie and I were friends in class. We were study buddies in class, but I had a girlfriend. Sophomore year, she had a boyfriend, and I was single. We had Spanish class together.
He wrote in my yearbook something about Spanish, and then said, P.S. You might not expect this from me, but I think you're the most beautiful girl at school. And
That's true.
I still have that yearbook, and I loved that.
And so 11th grade started. We kind of beat around the bush about liking each other, I think, for most of the beginning of the semester. I didn't go with Julie to the dance. We didn't go together.
No.
You went with some other dude, and I went with some other girl.
Yeah.
I said to Julie, I said, be around because I want to dance with you before the end of the dance. We didn't get to dance, and I felt really bad and sad. Somehow, later that night, we ended up at the bowling alley. We left with separate groups. We didn't have any plans to see each other again, but we did. It was so romantic. Black lights, neon, 80s
Disco
music,
ball.
disco ball. Kind of slower song had come on, and I walked up to her and I said, we didn't get to dance the dance. Would you like to dance right now? We stole dates here and there. We'd go to Morning Thunder Cafe for breakfast, Baskin Robbins for ice cream after school. We would just hang out and get as much time as we could together. And one day, my parents had decided that we were moving to Oregon. And it was really sad for both of us because we had just started seeing each other. It was about 2 months after the dance. That's when we actually moved. So I moved to Oregon, finished up high school, and went into the military, spent 7 years in the Air Force, and got out and moved to Sacramento. And at that point, I had been wondering what people in Chico were doing.
Really, when he left, I didn't expect to see him or hear from him again, and we never did. I went down to Westmont and went to college, and then went to Hawaii, and the whole time just knew that there was someone there for me, but I didn't know exactly who that was going to be. God brought me back to Chico around the same time that Chris was getting out of the military, unbeknownst to me. I've been praying about meeting somebody for about a year, and I felt like God had said not to. And then in March of 2010, I felt like the Lord said I could start really praying again. And about a week and a half later, I had a crazy dream, and Chris was holding me actually on the park bench, much like this. Totally
Oh my
not
gosh.
planned. And in my dream, it was adult
It was
Chris.
planned.
It was not high school Chris.
So I was just as handsome as this. I was not awkward and tall and lanky.
When I woke up, I thought it was so real that I thought I was dating Chris for a few seconds. And then it really freaked me out so much that I called my best friend Marissa and was like, oh my gosh, you need to hear about this dream. It really threw me for a loop, but I figured my mind was just playing tricks on me. So I, of course, tried to stalk Chris, as all good young women do, on Facebook, and tried finding him, but I couldn't. So I figured either I misspelled his name, or he wasn't on Facebook, or I made him up, and he really actually didn't exist from my memory, because it had been 10 years. So
Yep.
I didn't know if I would hear from him again or
Yep.
anything, so I kind of had blocked him out of my memory. And
Yeah.
so I couldn't find him, so I just let it go. And 1 week later to the day, I opened my phone and there was a text that said Chris had requested to add me as a friend. And that's when I about fell out of my chair because I couldn't believe that he had found me even though I couldn't find him.
My bride, I can hardly hold myself together.
Hi, Julie. I don't even know if you're going to remember me, but I thought about you a lot. You look very happy and very beautiful.
This day, this night, I see you as you are, and I never wanna leave.
He asked me on a date, and we went out to Olive Garden. We basically spent the whole night talking, so much so that our food wasn't even really touched, so the waiter came back and packaged it up. And in my dream, it was totally adult Chris, like exactly how he looks now.
With you by my side, everything fits so much better. I remember when you told me that you loved me for the very first time, with those tears in your eyes, so beautiful. Now you're mine. After the sunset disappears, when there's no one around, when there's nowhere but here. Oh my love, let's keep this up. We're getting word outside of this room, while you're holding me close, while I'm holding on to you. Oh my love, let's keep this up as long as our hearts are beating. As long as our hearts are beating. My bride, I can hardly hold myself together.
So here we are, over 2 years later, and 14 years since we first met. And God's timing has been perfect, and the Lord has really worked in both of us to bring us to this day where we're now getting married.
Yep.
To the love of our lives.
Absolutely.
And the
I
man
can't
of
wait.
my dreams. Literally.
I am, and she's everything I ever need. And I'm so thankful for who you are and just the way that you love me. I couldn't ask for any better qualities in a woman. You are everything I need, and I love you.
I love you.